Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joining us both here at City Hall and to everyone online for being with us on this historic occasion. Today, Mayor Ed Gainey will make his nomination for the next Chief of Police for the City of Pittsburgh. In a moment, I'll invite up Director of Public Safety Lee Schmidt. After him, the Mayor Ed Gainey will make his nomination formal, and then Acting Chief Larry Scarrato will deliver his remarks. We'll take a handful of questions, and at this moment, I would like to bring up Director of Public Safety Lee Schmidt.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. It's a great day in the city as we bring in a new police chief. As you all know, our chief, Scott Schubert, announced his retirement around this time last year. It took us some time. We didn't want to move quickly. We wanted to ensure that we had the right chief for the future of the Bureau. The Pittsburgh Bureau of Police has some of the finest officers in our country, and we want to ensure they have the finest leader in the country. It took a lot of process, listening to the community, listening to the officers, listening to command staff, and listening to candidates to find our final candidate, which we are announcing today. We thank the public for the patience and understanding. We also want to thank Chief Stan Grecki for maintaining great leadership in this time since Chief Schubert left. He's stepped up from being a deputy chief to being the acting chief and has done a great job maintaining the Bureau as one of the best bureaus in the country. We want to ensure that Chief Stan Grecki is appreciated and acknowledged for his service to the city, and we thank him for his time as acting chief. Our new leader has been selected by community members, by members of the FOP, and by the administration. We just want to thank everyone again for the patience. We look forward to Chief Scarrato joining us, leading the Bureau into the future, working with the community, helping us reduce crime, making sure our officers are supported and understand that they are to do their job every day as police officers, working with the community, engaging and serving the people of the city. Thank you.
It's now my honor to bring up the Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh, Ed Gainey.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. We can do better than that. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. I'm proud to stand here today to nominate Larry Scarrato to be the next chief for the city of Pittsburgh. Can y'all give me my hand? Over the past year, we have engaged in a robust process to identify who will be the next chief. I want to personally take a moment to thank Acting Chief Thomas Stan Grecki for the excellent work that he did, for leading the Bureau, and for being a professional at all times. I take my hat off to him. I can't thank him enough. And I want to make sure this city knows the admiration and appreciation that I have for Chief Stan Grecki. I want to thank him and make sure that I do it publicly and make sure that I do it over and over again for the commitment that he demonstrated. In addition, I want to thank the community leaders who stepped up to serve on our search committee. The entire city says thank yous and owe you a debt of gratitude. Aaron Doan from Allegheny County DHS, David Harris, Eric Holmes, Sarah Johnson, Miracle Jones, Reverend Cornell Jones, Michelle McMurray, Monica Ruiz, and Jake Folker. Over the past year, we held in-person meetings with the search committee leading the meetings with community members. We did online surveys to get feedback from the community of exactly what they wanted to see in a police chief. Myself, along with members of my executive team, met with the rank and file. We went to every zone in the city of Pittsburgh. We met with the rank and file to determine what their needs were. We used information to craft a job description based on what they said that they felt they needed in the police chief. And then we did our final interviews. The final interviews came down to 3 people. The final interviews were convened with community members, the FOP, and my executive team. From there, I made a choice, and my choice was Larry Scarrato to be the next chief of this city. Every single candidate that we interviewed was great. We didn't have no candidate that was not great, but Larry rose to the top. His deep ties in the city, inside knowledge of the Bureau, and his outside perspective makes him the right choice to be chief of police and to continue on with our right policing strategy. Larry has shown in his 25 years of service that he is a capable leader. I want to make sure I get it right, y'all. Whose policies and work have made a direct impact on the lives of the people he served. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in announcing the nominee for the new chief of police of the city of Pittsburgh, Larry Scarrato.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you all being here. First, I want to start with thanking Mayor Gainey, Director Schmidt, the mayor's executive team, and for your faith and belief in me to lead the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. Man, it's good to be home. Like they say, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Pittsburgh. So I'm truly humbled to have the privilege to lead the men and women of the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police, both sworn and professional staffs. When the mayor told me I was selected as the chief, you know, I immediately reflected back to like 1995 on Washington Boulevard at the training academy. And I remember standing in the hallway with Commander Dickerson. And I was like, one day I'm going to be the chief. And here we are. So a dream come true, a true opportunity to serve with the men and women of the PBP in a great city, and I'm just humbled to be here. You know, at the end of the day, I've been here for 23 years. I've worked in various positions, from K-9 to internal affairs, to ultimately being promoted to sergeant, and my way up through the ranks. So I know this city, I know this organization, I know its strengths, I also know its weaknesses. I've been asked countless times, why come back now when it's probably the most tumultuous time in our profession? And I say because what we do matters. Who we do it for matters. Policing isn't just a job. It gives me purpose. And in that purpose, I think this is the opportunity to do something bigger than myself. And that's why I stand here today. Over the next several months, you're going to see the department in a reorganization where we're reevaluating every process, every unit, everybody's roles, and in those, there will be obvious changes. And that is to ensure that we are appropriately aligning our resources to best serve this city and the 4 priorities that I believe are necessary for this department to be successful, for this city to be safe. And the first of the 4 is to create a violent crime reduction strategy focused on gun violence and using data and intelligence to support our precision policing methodology to hold those accountable that commit gun violence in our city, and no longer do they get to operate with impunity or immunity. And in that, we start with an approach that is strategic in nature, that engages community in its support and its processes, and again, uses data and intelligence to make informed decisions on those people that are causing harm in our community. The second strategy is officer wellness, that we focus on our officers' well-being, not just their professional development, but that we focus on their emotional and physical well-being as well. I'm a believer in the better that we treat our officers, the better they will serve our community. And in that, we have to focus on their well-being. Third strategy is simple: building community police partnerships. and prioritizing those partnerships the same as we would prioritize violence, and how successful we'll be if we do that well. I'm a believer that the community is the police are the community, and that if we work together, that we can come up with and do great things to keep this city safe. Lastly, that we work toward increasing the quality of life for all of Pittsburgh, for our residents, for our business owners, and for our visitors, and prioritize an environment of safety, an environment of enjoyment that allows this city to thrive as we all expect it to be. So, for any of that to be successful, I rely on the men and women of the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. They are the ones that will carry this vision forward. They are the ones that bring the lunch pail to work and do what we ask them of them blindly, loyally, and with fidelity. For the officers that are listening to this, just know I support you. I respect you, and I value what you bring to the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. I'll always work to ensure that your career is safe within the PBP and that you thrive. To the leadership team that has held it together for the last 8 or so months, I respect you, I support you, and I thank you for your service in leading the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police as a top-notch organization in America. I live a simple mantra: be bold. And in that we will accomplish great things. Don't be limited by imagination. Don't be limited by past practice, the way we used to do things. I'll ask everybody that is a member of the PBP to think outside the box. Be creative, and when we're engaging with community, be creative, and we're engaging with community, be imaginative, and in that I think we'll come up with some great solutions that serve the city well. I'm beyond excited to lead the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. This community means a great deal to me. It's a place I called home for 25 years of my life. I love the city, I love the people within it, and I love this organization. So thank you for the trust and faith you have in me. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you.